What's up, guys? It's Jared with Stop Go Love Film and Photo. Today we're going to be talking about this guy right over here, shooting with a monopod for wedding videography. Shot number one that we're going to be getting on a wedding day, and I think it's just a basic shot to get down if you're using a monopod, is a basic pan and tilt. When we shoot pans and tilt, we're really using the ground as an axis, as opposed to using our hands as an axis. So when we're shooting, instead of holding it like this and shooting a bride, maybe she's reading a letter from her groom-to-be, instead of holding it kind of like this and doing pans like this, we're really getting our body in there and using the ground and kind of pulling backwards. And maybe it's a little bit of this movement mixed with an actual tilt or pan over. But we really want to use our whole body as, a part of the monopod when we're shooting moments like that. It's just going to make the shot look that much more smooth, and you're able to have a lot more subtle kind of movements in your shot, as opposed to this is an obvious pan and an obvious tilt. You're able to just kind of feel the shot a little bit more. So I think just working on that, practicing that move is a great place to just start out when you're using a monopod. Okay, so shot number two that we're gonna use. Now this is a specific time of the day. We shoot it at every single Stop Go Love wedding. You'll see one of these shots. It's during the ceremony. And during the ceremony, at the very end, during the first kiss, we always move to the middle aisle. Usually we're right next to the photographer. And what I like to do is I actually like to crouch down pretty low. It's a better looking shot. It's kind of more of a hero shot. So it allows people to look a little bit taller. And since we're so far away and zoomed in, we're not looking under people's chins. It's a good compressed shot, and it's pretty solid. But what we'll do every single wedding, we'll let the couple kiss and kind of enjoy that kiss and draw out. And then as soon as they pull away and kind of look at each other for the first time as husband and wife, we do a slow tilt up and focus roll. And what that allows us to do is have a really great transition. Usually right around that time, we're switching from song to song. It's not always the case, but most of the times that's right around the time of transition from song to song. So it allows us a good transition, the focus roll out, and then we can usually focus roll back in, usually to a people's portrait session or a family session or the cocktail hour. It's just a great transition from one moment to the next. So we use that at almost every single wedding we do. The way that we train the Stop Go Love team is to do that ceremony, tilt up, focus out. Okay, so shot number three, this is what we call our detail dress pull. And so for this shot, we're gonna be playing around with some focus. So we want our aperture to be as shallow as we possibly can get it, unless it's gonna be at 2.8. And if we give it a little bit of zoom, it's gonna give it a little bit more depth of field as well. So sometimes we'll do that as well. But we like to get really close to whatever subject we're gonna be shooting. Focus, usually I like to set it kind of right in the middle of the frame, so not super far away, not super close. And we're actually gonna move it super close, and we're gonna use our body, and we're gonna do a pull away from the subject. And so instead of doing more of a traditional kind of focus roll, we're actually using our body to roll into or out of focus. This is a really great texture shot, so it works really well with details specifically. So if you have a dress that has a bunch of sequins on it, or a lace, or very specific textures that are wedding textures, it really allows the audience to feel whatever is there. And that's a big part of the way that we like to shoot. We like to zoom in, get close, feel texture, and then zoom out and show perspective and show landscape as well. So that's a big part about the way that we try to shoot, and our style in general is getting close. This is a great close-up kind of shot to show texture. Okay, so for shot number four, this is what I call our high push tilt shot. So for this one, we're actually gonna move the monopod and actually get it pretty high. I like it to be usually as high as you can take it. I'm 6'5", so this is right at my head, so it's a tall monopod. But I like it to be pretty high, but go as high as you can go while still feeling like you have control of the shot. And pretty much the way that I'll start a shot like this is up high, and I'll tilt it high. I'll move the camera back a little bit, just kind of showing the ceiling or the night sky if we're outside. And I'm actually gonna push in while slowly tilting down. And what that allows you to do, it's not just a simple tilt and a kind of like a boring tilt down. It allows the audience to feel like they're actually moving with you, and it's almost like being at the top of a roller coaster where you're looking over the top and about to come back down. It just allows, I think, a better perspective. It's more interesting. It feels a little bit better. It feels like the audience is actually moving with you. And I don't know, I think it makes for a pretty great shot. Sometimes I really like to use this if a venue has good rafters, or if they have kind of those tea lights or little Edison bulbs hanging from the ceiling. You can get some good bokeh, in the ceiling, and as you move past those lights, it can be a pretty fun shot to show perspective of a dance floor. And so this last shot that we're gonna show you on the monopod, shot number 5, is just fast dance pans. So at a dance party, sometimes it can be challenging to focus on specific people. What we like to do is kind of get in the middle of everybody. And this is a shot sometimes we'll even come off the monopod, to be honest, and just shoot people on the dance floor. But a monopod definitely allows us to get kind of a very specific shot that we really enjoy. And that's fast dance pans, so we're focusing on one person on the dance floor. A lot of times I'll get down a little bit lower, so we almost feel like we're in the pit a little bit more. Focus on one person, flip over to the other, focus back to that person. It just allows us a lot faster movement, which can be great when you're in a dance floor and people want to show people having a good time. It just, having a fast dance pan adds to the excitement of a fast-moving event. So at the end of the night, we want to have something that has a little bit more pop, a little bit more movement to it. We want shots that can definitely accommodate the music that we're using. So a fast dance pan is where it's at. So guys, thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. Hopefully it's helpful for you. Like anything, I would say practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to a monopod. I was just over here practicing with our handy dandy Stop Go Love mug, actually. But yeah, definitely practice makes perfect. Get a monopod. If you don't know if it's right for you, rent it from borrowlenses.com. It's a great place to test things out, find the right monopod that's right for you. And even if a monopod is right for you, it's totally up to kind of what your style and what kind of product you're looking to put together. Thanks for checking this out, guys. Subscribe, smash that subscribe and like button, and we'll see you in the next video.